What's up everyone, it's Herd85 here. Welcome to episode number 4 in WCW's A Done Deal. Now into August. The next Nitro is ready as we build towards New Blood Rising pay-per-view. So starting things off, the traditional pre-show matches. This one's a 10-man tag. A lot of the cruiserweights are in this one. Helms, Kaz Hayashi, Labaka, Jimmy Yang, the Cruiserweight champ, Justin Liger versus Sean Stasiak, Carino, Psychosis, Fit Finley and Christopher Daniels. Shane Helms picks up the win with the vertebreaker on Psychosis. It's got 66. So yeah, pretty good start, warming up the crowd. Booker T having a bit of a easy week this week, if that makes sense. With a pre-show match defeating Mike Saunders with a scissors kick. I got 70. And a third pre-show match. The Steiner Warriors, the tag champs, defeat Hugh Morris and Norman Smiley after Animal hits the top rope power slam, 66. So pre-show matches I always use to try and get talent on the show. WCW had a big roster, so it's a good way to book people. So Randy Savage cuts a promo before we start. The basics of this promo is Savage is annoyed because last week his team of Savage and Lance Storm were beaten by Monty Brown. And Booker T, he's got 76. So backstage rant from the Macho Man. Tag team action. Planet Jarrett's America's Most Wanted defeat the random tag combo of Lash, LaRue and Jamie Noble. Harris hits the catatonic 49. Used to like AMW back in the day, so they're slowly building them up. Potentially future tag champs there. So freestyle angle. Douglas is tricked into eating burritos laced with a laxative, featuring Shane Douglas and Kevin Nash. So a little bit of humour this week in the world title feud between Nash and Shane Douglas. That's got an 84. Nigel McGuniness, you might know him as Desmond Wolfe, picks up the win over Butterbean and Alex Skipper. After hitting the Tower of London, it's got 53. Again, Butterbean jobbing. McGuinness building up. Great technical wrestler, so it'd be good to have him quite high up the card. Ric Flair speaks of Eric Bischoff, asks to wrestle Sean O'Haire for the TV title tonight. Bischoff accepts, 85. Debut. Taka Michinoku defeats Kid Cash with the Michinoku driver. Number 2. This got 69. Taka joined me from WWF. Only on a 6-month deal, but decent cruiserweight to have. Savage is looking for Monty Brown in his rampage and decides to beat up Terry Funk instead. That's got 75. What up, much? CM Punk defeats Mark Jindrak with the Anaconda Vice. So they got 56, but again, Punk's been built up. Got to keep the wins. Pre-match promo from the Filthy Animals, in which they taunt Jeff Jarrett and America's Most Wanted. It's got a 65. And it led to a tag match for Conan and Billy Kidman, defeating Reno and C.W. Anderson. Got 65. It's quite high considering Reno and CW, but builds some momentum for the tag combo this time of Kidman and Conan. Savage blames Lance Storm for losing last week and beats him up. Eric Bischoff decides he's booking Savage in a singles match, and that singles match is happening right now or next. It's got 79. Randy Savage defeats Dustin Rhodes by submission. Didn't clarify what submission, but he won by submission. 78. So Savage having a good week. Following the match, Savage calls out Monty Brown just to fight, and Brown responds and they brawl. So Monty Brown getting a rub here off Randy Savage. 83. After being tricked into eating some burritos laced with laxative, Shane Douglas is in the toilet exploding loudly when Kevin Nash comes in and says he stole the last of the toilet paper before kicking the door down. So Nash embarrassing Shane Douglas. It's got a 91, good rating. This is not quite the main event. TV title defense, Sean O'Haire defeats Ric Flair, but it was by disqualification when Barry Windham ran in and attacked Sean O'Haire. This got 74. Following the match, DDP, Palumbo, O'Haire, the Icons, which is Ric Flair, Barry Windham and Kendall Windham, brawl all over the arena. This got 75. So Flair and DDP here are trying to help push some talent. Main event, an upset. Rey Mysterio defeats Jeff Jarrett with a fast roll up. This only got 72, but I'm quite happy with that main event, to be honest with you. So overall, a 79 rating for Nitro. Pretty good week. I'm quite happy with that. Slowly, I'm phasing out the older talent on the roster, phasing in some new stars instead. Alright, I'm just going to have a little look-see. So CM Punk slowly building up the roster. Alright, Monday Night Raw got an 82. Kane defeats Edge. That got an 81. So Raw got an 82. Raw got an 80. Yeah, an 82. And Nitro got 79. So that's not too bad. Hayabushi, FMW. Again, just like before, I saw them skimming through the news, but to be honest, there aren't that many companies I'm interested in 2001. Not since obviously ECW faded away and classified themselves as obsolete. SmackDown 89. Kurt Angle defeats The Undertaker. They got a 96. Damn. Heat got 63. The Good Father defeats Al Snow. Grandmaster Sexy. So no big news there. So we've got another Nitro coming up soon, and then we've got the pay-per-view New Blood Rising, which will be headlined for the WCW title. Nash against Shane Douglas. Should be a good match, hopefully. Keep saying incoming for WWF. Makes you wonder if they would ever raid the indies on this game, WWF, but they'd probably raid me if anything. That's what I want to check to see if Sean O'Haire got a bit of an openness boost with his win. Yeah, a little bit of a boost. Making sure it didn't dent Ric Flair's popularity too much. Yeah, Flair probably could do with a big win. I just realised I clicked continue without checking the news. Not clever. The Good Father there, Charles Wright. Pimpin' ain't easy, man. Alright, what have I got here? Kid Cash wants a pay rise, I suppose so. Retirement. Oh, legend. Dave Taylor has retired, or is retiring. He is probably going to be a good road agent, to be honest. Honky Tonk Man joins M Pro. Nikki rocks. Oh, Mick McGuniness also retiring, 81, not surprised. And WA Wildside expansion in minds. Let's have a look. They must have, yeah, they've been bumped up to regional. That's good on them. You know, I was tempted to sign him onto my roster. Let's see what they did. Prince Justice, aka Abyss, Starman, Dudley and Dave. Tanaka there, Ninzio, Heidenreich, Carlito, Finn Balor, touring with FMW. See a lot of the obviously the young stars that are WWE stars now. Finn Balor being one. Trying not to poach too many of them because might as well let them build up first for a bit. Excellent. So I've tweaked Dusty Rhodes' contract. So I like Dusty, of course, but he is a road agent, and I want him to be an authority figure because he's got excellent charisma. So expect to see Dusty Rhodes soon debut as a face authority figure to counter Eazy-E. Don Morocco's retired, Jimmy Snuka retires, Tito Santana's retired, Chavo Guerrero Sr.'s retired, Jimmy Allen, Jimmy Hart joins CML. Okay, cool. Daniel Bryan there joins 0-1, or Bryan Danielson, sorry, as American Dragon. Alright, just quickly go through the news. And nothing that stands out too much. So, Mae Young has left the business. Look, that's Cesaro. Robbie Brookside. It's a big signing, I think. WXW, Lundenborg. Wow, WXW going on a bit of a hiring spree, but yeah. Up next will be another episode, another week of Nitro. Then it will be New Blood Rising. Okay, the second episode of Nitro is booked. So this is the final one before the pay-per-view. Pre-show match: Lance Storm defeating La Parka with submission. 67. So getting a warm up for the crowd. See, Carino defeats Jim Duggan in the pre-show match. Only got 57, but never mind. And the Wyndham brothers defeat the Young Dragons to build a little bit of momentum. That's got 57. So main show. Eric Bischoff announces that Dusty Rhodes has been made an authority figure to help with the day-to-day running of the company. Dusty Rhodes reminds Eric Bischoff he isn't his puppet and he'll do things his way. So it's got 81. So this is a new storyline called the WCW, the board. Basically it'll be sort of a power struggle style storyline between Rhodes and Bischoff because high angles equal good ratings. So Nigel McGuinness defeats Butterbean with the Tower of London. 50, but hey ho, McGuinness is slowly building up the card. Nash has an interview which he flaunts his vast superiority over Shane Douglas. Got a bit of a Rick style promo here. Woo. You know it, I know it, the fat slobs in the audience know it. I can beat Shane Douglas anytime, any time of the day, any day of the week, because I'm the man. Yeah, definitely a Ric Flair installed promo there. 87 though. Cruiserweight action. Juice and Liger defeats Evan Courageous with the Liger Bomb, 58. Dusty Rhodes books a tag team match tonight. Steiner Warriors will face Kidman, Conan, and America's Most Wanted. I got 79. Taka, who debuted last week, cruiserweight action against Chavo. Chavo picks up the victory. It's got 75, so pretty decent cruiserweight action, to be fair. Little bit of back and forth between the two leaders of a 6-man tag coming up. DDP and Ric Flair. It's got an 85. Bit of a random 4-way here, just so I can build up AJ Styles. AJ gets the win over Hugh Morris, Disco Inferno, and Kid Cash. 58. Palumbo's backstage. He sees Eric Bischoff. He asks for a chance to face Ric Flair tonight. Bischoff accepts. This got 79. So Palumbo's tag partner is O'Hare. Bit of revenge he wants. 6-man tag. Alex Wright, the Wonder Kid, Shane Helms, and CM Punk defeat Mike Saunders, Mark Jindrak, and Sean Stasiak. Helms picking up the win with the Vertebreaker. 64. Good mid-card match. Savage, Monty Brown have a heated confrontation and eventually come to blows. Security swarm the ring to break them up before anything can go down. So I've decided that Brown's match versus Savage, which will be at the pay-per-view, is probably, and I mean probably, going to be a feud ender. Tag team action. Steiner Warriors defeat Conan and Kidman, and also AMW. Rick Steiner defeats Chris Harris with his Flying Bulldog, and that was their first title defense. As you can see down there, Jay has good chemistry with Chris Harris. Chris Harris and James Storm have good chemistry teaming. So Harris and Storm just need building up, to be honest. Just need building up. Kevin Nash is in singles action. Defeats Ernest Miller with a Jackknife Powerbomb. They didn't click, but it got 65. Don't really matter if they don't click. It was just... Oh, and here we go. Shane Douglas leaps across the announce table, slamming a vicious forearm into the face of Kevin Nash. I just kind of picked a random angle here. Douglas picks up a groggy Nash, clamps on a bear hug, and slams him through the set wall. The violence nearly topples over the entire set, forcing now an uncovered stage crew to make a mad dash towards the safety of the camera. As the camera fades back, it centers close frame shot of Nash, blood pouring out of his mouth. So revenge there for Douglas, beating up Nash, making him bleed. It's got 96 for a bit more of a serious angle. That's pretty good as the go home show to the pay-per-view for him. And this was my main event. Ric Flair defeats Chuck Palumbo. It's got a 78. This week's Nitro picks up an 82. So yeah, very good show. Better than last week's, which was a 79, 78. And then it looks like Raw had a better match than me. And it says match of the year candidate between Kurt Angle defeat Chris Benoit by DQ. It did get 100, to be fair. 100, Benoit, Angle. Raw got an 89. They smashed me in the ratings. Raw gets 89, I get 82. OVW, Brock Lesnar is the star. No shocker there. But as you can see, New Blood Rising is up next. What I'll do is I'll run down the New Blood Rising card shortly. SmackDown scores on 92. The Rock defeats Edge. I got 98. It's mental. She's going on an excursion, huh? To North America, huh? Shame we don't really have a women's division. She would have been good to hire. Good skills. Alright, so they may... Let's go to pre-bookings. So New Blood Rising, you got DDP, Palumbo and O'Hare against Wyndham and Flair. Wyndham and Flair. You've also got Jeff Jarrett and another 6-man tag. This one's Full Metal Mayhem. Planet Jarrett versus the Filthy Animals. Shane Douglas versus Nash. And in a cage match, Randy Savage versus the Alpha Male Monty Brown. Which, yeah, I think it should be a feud ender. The amount of times I have Savage and Brown just beating each other up on Nitro. Probably need to end it. Paul Ellering gone. Alex Wright, rising. It's going to be the breakout star in the next few years. Wow, I wonder if their prediction will be right. Oh, it's the Wonder Kid, of course it'll be right. Right, keep powering on. Shane Douglas asking for a pay rise, but you know, considering, let's have a quick look at him. Shane Douglas is a main eventer. Before his feud, his overness was 55. Now his feud with Nash, his overness is about 65. So it's gone up 10 in popularity. Big leap. What have we got here? Jim Neidhart signs for CML. God, the Anvil, what a legend. Wow, that's a pretty cool thing. The Brian Pillman Memorial Show number 4. Proceeds go to charity. Main event was Tank Abbott over the Vampire Warrior. I'm guessing that's Gangrel. Mark Marrow over Jerry Sags. Some pretty cool names from the past on that list. No big names though, really. Unless I want to bring in Tank. I'm not decided that part. Right, let's have a little rundown. Chris Raber. Chavo Guerrero, after retiring, is a road agent / manager now. John Nord, the Berserker. I'm sure he was the Berserker. That looks like Rosie from 3 Minute Warning. Nice UK flag there, always nice to see. Well, England if you want to be specific. Should probably know that, given it's my home country. New Japan. So this is the final day's news before New Blood Rising. Damaged elbows. Look at that, Bill Eddie's retiring. Brad Armstrong's been picked up by a couple of companies as a road agent, it looks like. Mitch Page divorces. So yeah, up next will be New Blood Rising. Right, we're at New Blood Rising. So let's run the show. So technically it's an opener rather than a pre-show match this time. Another win for Nigel McGuiness over Butterbean. I'm hoping for big things with Nigel soon. So let's keep the push going. Big tag match here just to see if I can find some chemistries, and it looks like I've got one. Taka and Lapaka. Cool. That's one to the new tag team there. So Alex Wright and Jamie Noble defeated Lapaka, Taka, the combo of Skipper and Cash, and Reno and Daniels after Alex Wright hit the STF. So the old classic fireworks going off. Jerry Lawler and Mike Tenay talking about the card really, and I gave old Borash a little going commentary there. TW Anderson, little mini push, defeats Jim Duggan. Actually had great chemistry, huh? 54 for this match. Six-way match. Shane Helms defeats Kaz Hayashi, AJ Styles, David Flair, Chavo Guerrero and Psychosis after he hit David Flair with the Vertebreaker. David Flair's obviously still learning. I got 65, so decent cruiserweight match. CM Punk in one-on-one action picks up the win over Mike Saunders with the Anaconda Vice. It's got a 60. Little freestyle angle. Dusty talking with Dustin. Lance Storm walks in and wants to prove himself. He will face Dustin Rhodes later tonight. I got 68. Again, trying out some tag combos. Disco and Carino defeat Funk and Smiley. When Carino defeated Norman Smiley, the old school explosion, I got 59. Title change. Jason van der Liger defeats Jimmy Yang and Shannon Moore in a triple threat match and becomes the new Cruiserweight Champion. I got 67. Backstage promo, DDP, Sean O'Haire, Chuck Palumbo. Big rating, I got an 88. Bit of a rant. So there's no real tag division at the moment. Steiner Warriors defeat Miller and Morris. I got a 65. Big rating here. Lance Storm defeats Dustin Rhodes with the Canadian Maple Leaf. 79. Oh, that was a terrible promo. 44. However, Majaja, Harris and Storm have got very little overness, so that's alright. Full Metal Mayhem, which is basically a TLC match. Jeff Jarrett, Chris Harris and James Storm defeat Conan, Mysterio and Kidman. Jeff Jarrett retrieves the item. This got a 70. Wow, I should probably use Booker T a bit more. Booker T on the mic with an open challenge. The open challenge was actually answered by Sean Stasiak, because he's a big craziac. It's got a 79. Booker with the win with a scissor kick. Feud ender. Monty Brown defeats Macho Man Randy Savage in a steel cage when he escapes the cage. And he got 62. Following the match, Monty Brown offers to shake hands, but Savage refuses. Title defense here. No, fantastic heat and good. Shane Douglas defeated Kevin Nash, but it was because Kevin Nash got disqualified going into an attacking rage. 75. Following the match, Kevin Nash sets up a table and then power bombs Shane Douglas through the table, and that got a 93. Sorry. So this means Douglas technically won, but by DQ, so he don't win the title. So the feud will continue for a little while. Main event. DDP, Palumbo and Sean O'Haire defeat the icons of Ric Flair, Barry Windham and Kendall Windham. So when Kendall Windham was eliminated, then Barry Windham, then Palumbo, so it ended up with Sean O'Haire and DDP versus Ric Flair, and the faces picked up the win. 81. And 82 for the pay-per-view, so in the end, pretty good show. So always got to get your praises in. Make speech. Okay, New Blood Rising didn't do too bad. Quite happy with that. Obviously just skimming through the days. Lance Cade. Ah, what a talent he was. So yeah, no big news, just our pay-per-view got an 82. And looks like we've got Brian Clark back. Brian Clark, obviously one half of Chronic. But I'm going to see if he's going to pass a medical first, as he's just been off for a while. And he fails, not too bad. I've had worse. Right, so up next, another episode of Nitro. Okay, so another episode is recorded. I've just got to move a match because I don't want that to be my main event by accident. Alright, here we go. So pre-show match, a random 8-man tag. Tried to give other people some wins. So Air Paris, Lasharu, Ernest Miller, Hugh Morris beat C.W. Anderson, Fit Finlay, Mike Saunders and Reno. Hugh Morris wins with the powerbomb. That got a 56. Lance Storm defeats Alex Wright, Canadian Maple Leaf 69. So this was a freestyle segment, but it's like a show opener. Douglas is in the parking lot and challenges Kevin Nash come face him later on tonight. That got a 100. That's a brilliant rating. Kind of hoped this was going to have chemistry. Of course it did. AJ Styles defeats Christopher Daniels with the spiral tap. The only downside is Daniels is only an enhancement talent and AJ is only lower mid card, so ideally I want him up the card a bit, but it's pretty cool. 73 for two guys that are not really that over yet. So Taka and La Parka will be known as the Empire, and they pick up a victory over America's Most Wanted. This got a 63. AMW then joined Jarrett backstage and beat down Mysterio, Conan and Kidman. So the feud between these guys is not over yet. $62. CM Punk, Dustin Rhodes and Terry Funk defeat the Icons in Barry Windham, Kendall Windham and David Flair. After Punk locked in the Anaconda Vice, I got 61. The return of Brian Clark squashes Butterbean with a powerbomb. I only got 40. DDP is backstage. He's arguing with Randy Savage. Gets a bit heated. Catches the attention of Dusty Rhodes, who's passing by. He then says they can settle it in a match tonight for the US title. Sean Stasiak picks up a win over Jim Duggan. That got 54. Short match. Decent. Nigel McGuinness continuing his mid-card push. Defeats Norman Smalley with a Tara London. It's got 62. Just a little angle with Eric Bischoff and Dusty Rhodes chatting backstage. Got 79. Sean O'Hare issues an open challenge for the TV title. I got a 90. That was rated on Menace as well. Sean O'Hare defeats Steve Corino with the Widowmaker. This got a 73. So a new feud. Ric Flair and Monty Brown go back and forth with entertaining insults to one another. This got an 88. Nash is headed to the parking lot to meet Shane Douglas. As he enters the garage, the Steiner Warriors attack him from behind, while Douglas taunts and introduces his new buddies. He reveals that they all are from the same area, and although they never got along, they have something in common, and that common problem is Kevin Nash, and I got 95. So Douglas has got an alliance with the Steiner Warriors to help take down Kevin Nash. Main event, US title defense. There's no rivalry here, it's just a random main event. DDP defeats Randy Savage with the Diamond Cutter. That's his 6th US title defense. Another 82 for Nitro. Just need to tweak something on my roster before going through the news. I always find it weird when some people don't even have movesets set. Fisherman's Sean Stasiak. Right, Raw got a 92. Jericho defeated Edge, that got a 96, and we got an 82. Couple more retirements from some people I don't really know. Right, smack if down. SmackDown got an 83. Big Show got beat by The Undertaker. That only got an 83. It was in Canada. Heat got a 70. Tino Santana. So I don't know if I can actually edit the TV deals. Be nice to actually see the proper logos. Maybe there's a WWE Heat. So I have found them. Let's put that one. Good old Heat. What else? Roar's War. WWE. Did they have Roar's War? Oh, classic. Let's have that one. Sorry about this. Just trying to make it a bit more. There we go. Raw is War. SmackDown. Playing the SmackDown. What are we up to? What year are we? So it's probably that one. I don't know if it'll show up until the next day. We'll see the next Raw and SmackDown, see if it actually shows up with the proper logos now. Triple H is back from injury. And that's pretty much, you've got to be careful with New Japan and All Japan. They're always pretty good at raiding the indie scenes. Did not save, never mind. Kamala retiring. So I'm going to have one more look. I'm sure I saved it. Yeah, they're saved. Quite a lot of news here. NWA Wildside. Matt Hardy has bulked up. He's now muscular middleweight. Johnny Saint retires. Another person bulks up. There's a lot of people. Looney Lane and Ricky Reeves. New Japan Pro Wrestling got a 78. Don't think I can hire him. Good referee though. Torn stomach muscle, yeah, that would hurt. Bolt up shocker. WWF SummerSlam. Well, got a 94. Austin over the Rock got a 99. What can you say? Benoit over Big Show got a 91. Triple H lost the Intercontinental title to Scotty 2 Hotty. That is amazing. And that match got an 81. Why would you? I'm not even angry about that. That's funny. Yes, Scotty. Who'd have thought Triple H putting over talent? Okay, this is the last night show in August. Okay, hopefully this last Nitro's full of surprises. So warming up the crowd. Psychosis defeats Swinger, Noble and Jimmy Yang, former Cruiserweight champions. Psychosis, Stewart win, 55. Another warm up the crowd. Big tag actions here. The Wyndhams defeat AMW, the Empire, and the combo of Rhodes and Funk. So this basically is setting up a pay-per-view match. So I'm going to pre-book it now. So the next pay-per-view is Full Brawl. And we're going to have a... what needs to be regular? Do I have a cage? I'm last man stand. Oh, actually, we'll go for a stretcher match. A stretcher match. I haven't had one of them in a while. So Shane Douglas will take on Kevin Nash at Full Brawl in a stretcher match. So this got an 87. Both the Authorities were in there, and also the New Alliance of the Steiner Warriors. Tag action, pretty much a job fest there. As you can see, the Palumbo and her hair defeats Free Count. So nice easy win for Palumbo and her hair. Christopher Daniels wins against Butterbean, 57. Good win for Daniels. Kidman has a bit of a word with Bischoff and he gets blindsided by Planet Jarrett. This sets up a match for later, Jarrett versus Kidman. 60, not bad for Kidman. Good cruiserweight match. AJ Styles defeats Chavo Guerrero. I got 65. The heels kind of needed a win. So Stasiak, Anderson and Finlay defeat Punk, Liger and Helms. I got 69 thanks to a distraction from Stacy Keibler. That would distract anybody, to be fair. Dusty Rhodes is talking to the Steiner Warriors. So due to their recent actions tonight, they will face the Insiders as punishment for the tag titles. Now the Insiders, in case you didn't know, was Kevin Nash and DDP. Booker T defeats Disco Inferno. 59. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I thought this might go down because of who's in it, but anyway, Flair distracts Monty Brown long enough for David and the Wyndham brothers to jump him. It's so hard trying to push these guys, but it definitely affects the ratings considering last week it was an 88 and this week's a 53, so it's going to likely be just more Flair and Brown stuff. Rematch from last week, Nigel McGuinness defeats Norman Smiley again. Tower London, that got a 68. Following the match, the camera picks up Macho Man watching the match between Smiley and McGuinness. 83. I wonder why he was watching. Jeff Jarrett defeats Billy Kidman with a figure 4 leg lock. That got a 74. Pretty good rating, to be fair. Douglas and the Steiner Warriors pre-match promo in which they taunt the Insiders. They got an 85. Your main event, DDP, Kevin Nash defeat Rick Steiner and Road Warrior Animal to win the WCW Tag Team Championship. They got an 80. That means DDP, US Champ, Kevin Nash, World Champ are now the Tag Team Champions. Then following the match, they have a bit of a celebration. DDP invented a new catchphrase. 89 and 81 for the show. So, yeah, new tag champs for the storyline, of course. Hey, the logo updated. Alright, just Norman Smiley's not happy because he keeps getting beat. Let's have a quick look at my roster quickly. Punk's doing well. Nigel McGuinness must be doing well. Yeah, he is. How's Shane Douglas doing? He's getting massively over. Alright, Raw got a 90. Big Show defeats Jericho. They also had the Hollies versus the Bushwhackers on that card. Power Plant has a new trainer. Fair enough. We got an 81. Just going through any of the news. Charlie Haas, huh? It's Paige's mum. Cool, so we're going to continue now till we get to September. Hopefully all the logos now look like they're updated. There you go, SmackDown logo now. SmackDown got an 88, Big Show Benoit got a 99. Man, Big Show's getting pushed hard at the moment. Heat got 60. Albert defeated Scotty Too Hotty, I'm assuming in a non-title match. C.W. Anderson has been singled out as the one to watch. It's loaded with potential. So he is actually on my roster. He ain't bad, to be fair. Good all-rounder. Gangrel divorces Luna. Poor little man. Poor little woman, whatever we'll call it. WWE still wants to hire people. Big trouble in little FWA. That's because they fall into small size. So Kendo retires. Oh, Johnny B. Bad. This is basically Dusty Rhodes' company. So quite a few old WCW guys are in it. So in case you don't recognise that, he becomes Umaga. Lego. Cool mask. Terry Gordy retiring. Oh, it's still pretty good to be fair. Lots of Heidenreich. UPW was unhappy he didn't appear. So quick to keep skimming through. We're nearly at the end. Togo, huh? New Japan got an 89. Ricky Knight's winning titles left, right, and centre here. Another retiree. Alright, this is the last one of the month now. Just have a quick skim of the news before we finish up. Well, hello, that's always an interesting picture. So, just for my news, I've got Brian Adams back, which now means I've got Adams and Clark. So Chronic is back. So Triple H has gone over some enhancement surgery. AEW, OVW arrivals. Dr. Wagner on the radio. He'd be a good one to pick up, but God. So just seeing who's new to enter wrestling this month. So Don West has entered wrestling. Anthony Thomas. El Legreiro. Yeah, not really much else to say, but as always, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the month of August. We're building towards Full Brawl. Please feel free to like the video, give me a comment, tell me what you like, you don't like, any suggestions on who you want to see pushed. And as always, take care guys.